Welcome guys to the Samien Training Q and A. This is one of many videos I'm going to be featuring on our channel. What we're going to be doing is taking a selection of questions from our Facebook page, working through them and then giving you guys as much information as we can. To introduce ourselves,
I'm Sam.
My name's Damien. You can kind of guess where the names come from. So what we're going to do, we're going to get started with the questions guys and see how it goes.
So we've selected a few questions at random. Thank you for all your inputs. We've received a lot, so part 2 is probably going to come up in the near future. So we'll start off with a few smaller questions and then get on to some longer answers. So the first one from Emma: is there any way I can increase my metabolism?
Yes.
Cool. Next question. So what is metabolism? Metabolism is the amount of calories that your body burns every day, just basically staying alive, with the blood flow in your organs, digestion, moving around, moving your muscles, moving your bones. So that's metabolism. So yes, we can increase it. How can we do that?
Basically guys, all we need to do is build more muscle mass. So each pound of muscle that we build, we're going to burn an extra 50 calories. With the more activity that we do, that's going to help as well. So we're just basically building more muscle, guys.
Build more muscle. It's not as easy as people think to do that. A pound of muscle is a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
It does take time, but it's definitely worth the effort.
Okay guys, next question coming in from Charlotte. She asks, what is a pump? So, Sam.
Okay, thanks Charlotte. I think you're referring to a muscular pump there, not a bicycle pump. So what's a muscular pump, Damien?
Basically guys, a muscular pump is when blood is flowing to that muscle area that you are training, giving it a more fuller look and fuller feel. How can we achieve this?
So obviously best to choose with isolation exercises. So for example, a preacher curl, when you're isolating the biceps, contracting there promotes that blood flow.
Yeah.
So it kind of causes stress in the muscles, blood flow gets in there, and it feels thicker, it feels a little bit bigger. It kind of feels like a tear sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like your biceps want to tear off your arms. It's not a bad thing.
No.
It's a good thing to mean you're training with good intensity.
Yeah.
And the weight's probably about right, to be honest. So it's a good thing. You should go for it, absolutely.
Next question coming in from Hannah. Should you train with an injury?
Depends what kind of injury. Broke your leg. I guess you wouldn't want to do any squats.
No.
Yeah, it depends on the severity of the injury. So I don't know, if you've got a little bit of a tweak in the shoulders, you could move around it. If you've got a rotator cuff tear, I wouldn't recommend doing any kind of push movements.
Yeah.
Any chest, shoulders, triceps, that kind of thing. So just work around it the best you can. It's up to your kind of discretion, I guess, of how severe the injury is.
Exactly.
Just play it safe, guys. The worst thing you can do is aggravate the injury further.
Yeah.
Speaking of experience, it's not good. You should allow your body to rest before you continue with any kind of training program on it, or just avoid it. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly what Sam just said there. Avoiding the area, guys. Just because if you hurt your leg, you can train upper body still, so you can still be in the gym. Again, like Sam said earlier, once again, if it is a tweak, you can train around it, guys. Just because, Sam said there, you've hurt your shoulder, you can still train other parts of the upper body. You just got to be careful. You don't want to keep aggravating it. You want to make sure you're training safe and you're warming up effectively. You should be okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good warm up. Go about that one. Absolutely, yeah. You should. Any injury, so if there's maybe a little knee pain, and you're hoping to do a leg day, make sure your warm up is probably longer than you normally would without the injury. So a good 20 minutes of low impact cardio, maybe 10-20 minutes of low impact cardio. So not treadmill, not running up and down on a treadmill, maybe a bike, sit down bike, but there's no impact there. Yeah. None of that. And then some good dynamic stretches would obviously always be recommended there. Okay, next question, we'll have a look. Let's go straight back to Hannah. When is the best time to take protein? So I think referring to protein supplements, shakes, powders, that kind of thing. So when would be the best time to take that?
There are many studies showing you can take a protein shake whenever you like, guys. There's some which say taking post-workout. My personal recommendation, and Sam's, will be to taking post-workout, guys. Again, you're covering all spaces there. So.
Okay, yeah. So you've got something called an anabolic window, which is kind of proven to be, in some cases, the best time to take it. So protein aids recovery when you train, you follow a workout plan. You cause stress to the muscles. Protein helps to repair that stress, causing them to recover, repair, get stronger, and get bigger in some cases as well. So yeah, get a shake down you as soon as you've finished your workout. It's probably the best time with carbohydrates as well, actually, guys. Not many people take take a high dose of carbs, which you should post-workout. So yeah, get a good source of carbs. I get maybe some fruit there. I like a banana post-workout with my protein shake.
Yeah.
I find that goes down pretty well, and you recover pretty quickly from it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Next question. We're going to go with one from Gina. Benefits of wearing a lifting belt, Sam.
Ooh, okay, cool. Pretty good one there. So first of all, what is a lifting belt?
I have one.
Yes. Let's have a look.
Okay. This one, guys, a Velcro one, and we've got another one just here as well.
So that's a leather one, more expensive, a bit more sturdy, and it is actually more of an advanced one compared to the beginner's one. Yeah. So that's where it is. What does it do? The belt helps with intra-abdominal pressure. So when you're doing a big lift, mostly used for squats, deadlifts, sometimes they're not kind of press, a lot of Olympic lifts as well. So squats and deadlifts is where you'll see them mostly in the gym. It helps with the core strength, I guess. The stronger your core is for those lifts, particularly, the more you kind of lift in your training plans. So wearing that strengthens up the core, which keeps the lower back a little bit tighter, which is where a lot of people go wrong. So when people squat, the back, instead of being nice and straight, it tends to round, especially in a deadlift. It turns into like more of a pull-up than a push exercise. So wear the belt, you brace against it with your core, kind of pushing against that belt, and so it creates more pressure in a smaller space, because your stomach isn't coming out. It's against the belt. So more strength equals kind of more power. Yeah. So a higher lift, really. Add an extra 10 kilograms onto your lift, maybe. Yeah. So when should you wear a belt? When should you wear it?
My take on it is, again, slightly different to Sam's. We both have times when we put the belt on. Mine's around 60% of my one at max. When's yours?
I tend to go about 80, 85.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even wear it at all. It's a bit crazy, really, but I like to test what I can do without the belt. But safety.
That's it. Yeah, safety.
The thing with it.
Again, guys, if you're feeling low back pain, why is that? Put a belt on if it's consistent. Again, you've got to check that out. Speak to a professional about it. Ask their recommendation. And see what's going on there. Again, guys, it's safety. You don't want to wear one though when you just turn up to the gym. It shouldn't be on when you walk through the door. Again, guys, lifting heavy is there to keep you safe. So I'll definitely recommend one. Again, guys, what we've shown at the beginning with the belt, you kind of start off with quite a cheap one, guys. Velcro gets the job done to when you start, but again, when you're getting more advanced, you can get a little bit more expensive one, which will help, guys. So definitely recommend getting one.
It does help. My recommendation: get one as well. Invest in it.
Next question coming again from Gina. Benefits of using an activity tracker such as a Polar or a Fitbit.
Good one.
Thoughts?
Okay, so right, in the past I've had two Fitbits. I'm not currently wearing one now. I've got the Casio on. So for me, it was a fancy way to tell the time. So yeah, it tells you your calories that you've burnt and the steps that you've taken. I found it not to be that accurate. No. It does actually say on the box in the instructions somewhere in the small print that it shouldn't be taken accurately anyway. You shouldn't use it for any kind of scientific research or anything like that. It told me I was burning between 5,000 and 6,000 calories a day. That's being with clients all day around the gym and doing a lot of spin classes. But I wasn't eating that many calories a day, so if it was accurate, I would have gone to a really, really small frame and lost a lot of weight with it. So you can't kind of, I question the accuracy of it first of all. If it is accurate though, for you maybe it is, maybe you think it is, but what does that actually mean to you though? How many calories you burn, what does it mean? How many steps are you doing, what does that mean to you?
Exactly.
And is it going to get your goal?
This is it, like Sam's just said there, people are posting on Facebook all the time, I've been this many calories, I've been 400, 500, 600, 700. Again, what does that mean to you? It's just numbers, guys. Is your nutrition on point? Is your training on point? Are you following a good plan? Again, buying a Fitbit or a Polar is not going to get you results. Hard work in the gym is going to get you results. It's as simple as
transformation
that.
Watch.
Exactly. I've had a Fitbit now for a few months. It looks nice, I can tell the time, and that's what I use mine for.
Yeah, pretty much. So my advice would be to invest in nutrition rather than a fancy watch.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter how many calories you burn on a training session. Yeah. I've never ever used that as a result. But what you should be tracking and keeping kind of monitoring is your intake in, your calories in. Okay, so there's no point burning 500 calories in a class in the evening and then going to KFC at the end of the day. Okay, so track what you eat and don't worry about the calories and steps. Yeah. Okay. Right. Next question is from Matt. The question is creatine. Should you take it? what is it first of all? I guess so. Creatine is a substance found in the body. It's actually a protein made from amino acids. You can have more of it through your nutrition, through kind of meat and fish. Red meat in particular has a high dose of it. So, should you take it?
Answer is yes, guys. Again, females and males should definitely both take it. You're looking at about 2 to 3 grams for a female. We are talking about monohydrate here, guys. 5 grams for a male. 100% take it. Benefits of taking it?
So, well, kind of it helps with muscular contraction. So, creatine helps with high intensity exercise. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for a marathon runner. It won't do much good there. So for short, explosive bits of exercise, so lifting weights, sprinting, that's what creatine is for. So your body just produces it itself, and it helps with contractions of muscles. So the idea is that having more of it, having an extra few grams a day in your system, in your blood, in your muscles, and it helps more contractions. So it's been shown to kind of help with rest time, so you need less rest between your sets, and maybe you'd get an extra rep, an extra 1 or 2 reps on your lifts, and we know, guys, from weightlifting that it's those extra 1 or 2 sets, 1 or 2 reps, and the intensity of it that kind of gets the gains, I guess. The strength gains. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, absolutely, you should take it. You should take it. Damien said how much you should take. And that's spot on. Yeah. We don't necessarily need a loading phase with it. A lot of people think you do. There's no kind of long-term benefits of the loading phase. In fact, with the loading phase, it's been shown that like kind of 2/3 of that load would just come out as kind of urea and get passed and wasted anyway. So no, start off with that 5 grams for a male per day. When to take it?
When to take it, guys? Again, there's plenty of studies here with creatine. It's one of the most studied supplements in the world. You can take it pre, you can take it post. Again, it depends on the person, depends on the activity. Me personally, I do take it post-workout.
I take it pre-workout.
Takes it pre-workout. So again, guys, it's what works for you as well. And the type of creatine, there's plenty out there. So again, what works for you? But again, we'll definitely take it. Again, see how it works for you.
Absolutely. How long should you take it for as well? So my recommendation would be kind of 3 to 5 months on, and then 1 month off. So it just kind of after that 4 weeks of being off that kind of phase, your natural body creatine levels goes back to normal. So it's kind of like a bit of a reset, bit of a deload.
Yeah, giving your body a complete rest.
Take the rest.
Okay, guys, next question. This is a bit of a longer one from Alex. How often should I change my workout routine? Good question.
Very good question. Yeah, absolutely. So the old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it, I guess. If your training plan's working, whatever your goal is, so if your goal is to get stronger, if it's to get leaner or lose weight, if the program you're doing is working, then hell no, don't change a thing really. But that kind of training plan and your training plan has got to show progression with it. So if you're lifting the same weights at the same intensity for weeks and weeks, months and months in some cases, then no, you're not going to progress, and you wanted to change, but maybe not change the plan, maybe change the weights, change the sets, the intensity, reduce the rest, higher weights. There's loads of things you can progress with, guys, but no, you don't have to change a plan. If it works, it works.
No, but as long as being consistent, guys, so you're actually tracking your workouts, not just going in and saying, I'm going to hit arms today. Actually, what arm exercises are you doing? What rep scheme are you doing? Weight, everything like Sam just said there. So
it could be your nutrition as well, that kind of doesn't help the plan. So how would that kind of make a difference?
So with nutrition, if you're just coming in, hitting your workout, going home, not really having your post-workout meal, you're not following any type of like nutritional information, any tracking, anything like that, you're just eating kind of what you want, that is going to affect your results massively, guys. One day you have 2,000 calories, one day you have 5,000 calories, your body's all over the place. If you're going for strength completely, you're going to be wanting to be tracking a certain amount of calories per day. Keep that consistent. Your lifts should then get consistent, guys. Again, you could be eating more food, which then may even help aid your strength as well. Vice versa for losing weight and whatever else, guys. So nutrition plays a massive role in this. So again, if you're not tracking, if you're not doing anything like that, don't expect consistency in your lifts. Consistency in your food, consistency in your lifts, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly, guys. So it kind of comes down to the calories to go with the plan. So if you've got you could have the best weight loss plan in the world. That's guaranteed results, but at the end of the day, if you're eating too many calories and you're not following any nutritional plan, and you're not being consistent with it, then you're never going to get anywhere. And the tendency would be then to blame the plan, I guess. But actually, no, it's not what you do in the gym for an hour a day. It's what you do for the 23 hours that you're at home during the day. Okay, guys. So food is kind of the main thing. Be consistent. Right. Next question is from Beth. Opinion on Weight Watchers or Slimming World? Opinion?
Okay, my opinion on this one is quite a short one, guys. I think it has positives and negatives.
Yeah, definitely.
Positives, short term, is you're actually following some sort of nutritional guidelines. Again, if your friend goes off and joins Weight Watchers and gets some results, you're bound to join the same thing and do that, guys. The negatives is sustainability. Can you do this for the rest of your life?
Pretty much, yeah. Nail on the head there. So it's joining Weight Watchers is great. It gets you off to a really good start. Gets you out of bad habits, but sometimes it can be too much of a change.
Yeah.
So yeah, the sustainability comes into play with it. So can you do it for a long period of time, or can you just kind of maintain it for the 2 or 3 months that you're there and you've got that kind of weight loss goal? Yeah, they do see some pretty good results, but I don't often see the lifelong change with it. It can sometimes be just a short-term thing. Okay, so it'd be better to kind of to make smaller changes to your lifestyle, which is better. So cut out the junk food and replace some more fruit and veg, that kind of thing. Eat whole single ingredients foods, not the ready meal stuff, which isn't great stuff. But yeah, just think: is it a long-term thing, or should you be making little changes to your lifestyle, not necessarily going on a diet?
Exactly.
It doesn't work. The changes at home should be for you and your partner and the kids. Just kind of adopt a healthy lifestyle, rather than making quick fixes that sometimes can be. All right. Okay. So next question, going back to Hannah again. Hat trick for Hannah there. Is it wise to train with DOMs? So if your arms are still slightly sore, but you plan to do it that day, to train the arms again that day, is it best to wait, or does it not matter? So, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on this, guys, as long as you're given 24 to 40 hours rest on that muscle, you can train it again. Again, it may be slightly sore, but again, there's no harm in training it again, as long as you are warming up. Mobility. Again, if you do legs and you can't get out of the car, and you've got major issues walking, you may need to...
Yeah, don't do squats. If you can't walk upstairs and drive safely, then no, don't. It'll be ridiculous. But if you've got a little bit of soreness in there, after a good warm-up, it should kind of clear, I guess, settle down. If so, that's a good thing. It means you're recovering well, and you're probably ready to go again. But even if after a warm-up you still feel too sore and stiff to do that muscle group again, then no, completely change that and do something else. But it's safe if you feel you can do so, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Next question coming in from Rachel. What are the benefits of following macros? Are we going to answer this one?
Rachel? Macros. What are macros, first of all? Let's answer that.
Macros, guys, are basically breaking it down into carbohydrates, fats and protein. And each one of those equals a certain amount of calories. And basically going from there.
Yeah, so macros are the main food groups that you've got. You've got the micronutrients, which is vitamins and minerals found in those foods and other things as well. So benefits of following it. Macros is science. You can't. It's not like an opinion on anything. Macros is science, and we know we can't argue with science.
Yeah.
So everyone has got a different requirement of calories breaking down into macros. Okay, Damien's kind of macro requirements are completely different to mine. So you have to kind of follow, I guess, or as best you can, your macros. It's your diet. There's only kind of one diet for you. It wouldn't be the same for us guys. So the benefits of following it is that you can achieve your goals with it, your fitness goals.
Yeah.
Whether you want to lose weight safely, and not quick fix, or whether you want to put weight on, is that strength and size, muscle mass, then macros. Following those macros allow you to do that.
Yeah.
To do that pretty much. We as personal trainers can help people kind of figure out what macros they need, and it's about tweaking those individually to what you need to get your goal pretty much. But I think we could do maybe the next seminar on that one. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Like, this question is quite a big question. We've answered it there, but again, we could speak for hours and hours and hours on actual what are macros, what it's good for, benefits, negatives, everything. So I think that's definitely something we're going to look at doing a seminar on. I think it would be highly beneficial. Again, each person's different, guys. There's calculators everywhere, people saying this, that and the other. Again, every single person is built completely different. So
don't copy off anybody, pretty much.
Exactly. Just because Zoe's on whatever amount of calories, macros, doesn't mean that's what's going to work for you. Again, it sounds completely different to mine. Whatever works for you is whatever works for you, guys.
Yeah.
That's the benefit. Again, it's not a diet. It's basically a way of life. So
Awesome, cool. Right, stay tuned then for the next seminar. It looks like on macros, the Samien macro seminar. I'm sure we'll release that in the near future because it is a long subject, really. I guess we could teach you how to figure out macros and that kind of thing. What are protein, fats, and carbs? Splitting those down and what effect that actually does have on you. But it's definitely a good thing for it. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We've loved that video.
Yeah, that was good.
It's pretty cool. So stay tuned for the next one. Well, I'm sure we're going to release a good couple of videos over the next few months, weeks, I think maybe sooner.
Yeah.
So please like and subscribe to Samien. We'd appreciate that,
Yeah.
and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.